Hello, dear friend. My name is Pastor Paul Bourman. I'm privileged to be able to say that I am a church planting pastor in Tigard, Oregon, in southwest Portland. I want to be real honest with you here. When I was in high school and in college, I had a lot of nerves about being a pastor. I saw all the studying I was going to have to do, the Greek and the Hebrew I was going to have to learn and try and master. And I saw that I was going to have to learn to get comfortable standing up in front of a big group of people with a memorized sermon that I had written that week, and I got really nervous about it. Maybe you're feeling that way too right now. Something that was really, really good for me and really calmed my nerves about being a pastor is when I visited my older brother for a mission trip. He's a mission pastor out in Queens, New York, and when I got to go out to his church for a mission experience, I got to experience firsthand what it means to be a pastor, specifically a missions pastor. What it means to really care about people and what it's like for someone when they hear the gospel for the first time spoken to them. After that, I understood a lot better than I did before what it means to be a pastor. And I pray that today I can share a little bit of that with you over this video today. So I mentioned that I'm a church planting pastor, and this means that my job description is really very, very simple. Preach the gospel. Go out and live your whole life for Jesus and share the gospel along the way. This means that I get to go out and share the gospel while I do the things that I already love to do. For example, I love to run. So a day at work for me sometimes means running a race with a guy who's wearing a unicorn costume. And after the race, getting to go out to lunch afterwards with the friends that I made along the way. And sometimes going to work also means running an entire lap around Mount St. Helens, running through the blast zone, running through where the volcano erupted and talking about Jesus with the guy I'm with as we run. Along with that, it also might mean going to the local high school football game with your kids so that you can get a little bit more involved and connected in the local community. Being a missionary definitely means a few other things. I'll show you these pictures here. Being a missionary definitely means sharing meals with new friends and family. It means watching outdoor movies with friends in the backyard. It means hosting a Mario Kart tournament with prospects. It means driving a U-Haul for a new member. It means having a surprise engagement happen at the front of church after worship. And it means meeting world champions. That's Ashton Eaton, by the way. You should look him up. World champion. I hope I can show you here, even with just a few pictures, that it's not a pastor's natural ability to study or to preach, or to teach that makes him an effective pastor. Every pastor grows in those things. And it's not a pastor's office space that makes him a faithful pastor. Sometimes a pastor's office is like mine, and the office happens at a coffee shop, or at a park, or even in my garage. And it's not a beautiful church building that makes a church beautiful. We started our worship inside a small second-story office space, and now we worship inside a local theater where we move in and we unload a trailer and we pack in everything that we need for worship and we pack it out at the end of the day. It's not the church building that makes the church beautiful. What makes a pastor faithful and effective is the word that he carries. The saving word of the gospel of Jesus. And what makes a church beautiful is the Savior that it proclaims in everything that it does. So maybe right now you're feeling nerves. Oh, maybe it's about the studying, or maybe it's about the preaching, or maybe it's about going to meetings, or maybe it's something else. I'll give you a hymn that you maybe know. You can think about it this way. If you cannot speak like angels, if you cannot preach like Paul, you can tell the love of Jesus. You can say he died for all. If you cannot rouse the wicked with the judgment's dread alarms, you can lead the little children to the Savior's waiting arms. Preach the gospel. What a wonderful calling it is. God's blessings to you.